am here with another haul from all items I purchased from online auctions, and there's only 5 items. So what I'm doing this time is when I look up items, I do some research, but then when I get them, I do like a deeper dive into the research. And so I did that before this video, so I would have more information. Because it's only 5 items, I have the time. And the lesson that I learned from that is I need to do that deeper dive before I make my purchase, because there's definitely items here that had I done that, I wouldn't have purchased them. I'm not upset though, because I'm not going to lose money on any of these. I'm just, it's a higher cost of goods. And if you're going to tie up that much money, you want it, you want to know you're going to get back a good chunk, or that it's going to sell fast. And I don't know that. So this first pair, this is the only pair. I'd mostly been getting footwear, if you've seen some of my others, but this is the only footwear, and it's a pair of shoes. Look at these. These are G.H. Bass & Company Weegens, the original penny loafer. Lug sole, super clean. These were listed as a men's size 9, and I had a hunch they were wrong, because when I did a Google image search, all that came up were women's, and sure enough, I tried them on, and they are women's, and they fit me perfectly, and they're so cute. So I'm not gonna, when I sell them, I'm not gonna put the pennies in it, but I am gonna include a little baggie with some pennies in it. And I actually think I already listed these at 100. I found 2 pair for sale, one at 110 and 150. I did not find, there's a ton of this style sold on Poshmark, but not this particular horsehair with the zebra print. There's some that are just black and white here. And then on eBay, there was 1 pair for $98, and then 1 pair that had sold. It had gone best offer, so I don't know what it sold for. The original price was about $87 American, but the line was crossed out, and they were coming from, or they were in the UK, and US shipping was like $37. So still a lot of money to spend, even if a big chunk of it would have been in shipping. So I like these. Okay, this was, I mean, it's partly their fault, but this is mostly my fault. I did not look carefully at what was written on it, and they did not include everything that was written on it. Still, I don't blame them. I blame me, and I'm not sorry I bought it. I got it for opening bid. So it's a white leather jacket. I was specifically looking at Roots things. Roots made in Canada. It's a beautiful white leather jacket with the big USA spell out on the back, size small. It's got like a stretch fabric there. It's got insulation, so it's warm. It's pretty heavy, but it says USA Paralympic Team 2006. And I don't know if the fact that it's Paralympic Team is going to make it much more difficult to sell and worth much less. The only other things I found that said Paralympic Team were not nice jackets like this. They were like nylon vests and stuff. They do have these where it doesn't say Paralympic and it just says Team USA. So, and that's basically all the comp information I can find is on those jackets, which I do think will sell a little faster and might be worth a little more. So there's a new without tag one on eBay for $250 and a used one for $300. And remember, those are the ones that say Team USA. I can't find anything with Paralympics. There's none on Poshmark. One sold. It had been listed at $300 and it had the line through it, so it's best offer. And then one sold, actually, I can't remember if one was sold or one was listed at $75, but that one specifically said flawed. So, what's in my pocket? Oh, said flawed. So, I should have looked closer. I still think I would have bought it because I did get it for opening bid and I like it so much. It's not something I'm going to could wear, even though I love the style of it and I love Roots and it's my size. It's a small. But white leather would not be a good idea for me, and I really don't do the big USA spell out. I think if it said Canada, I probably would have kept it or wanted to. I don't know. So this may make it sell a little slower or go a little slower, I still think it can sell. It's not vintage because it's not, I could hold it for 2 years and then it'll be vintage. But I'm not going to do that. I'll probably list this at, I'm actually thinking I'm going to list it at 150 just to see what happens. Initially, I thought I would list it at 100, but I can list it at 150. And if it doesn't move, doesn't get anything, I can lower the price. Okay, this next item, oh wait, my notes. This next item is, the brand is Joe Rocket. It's a motorcycle jacket, but it's not leather. I just thought it was very pretty. I don't know what you call this fabric, but whatever it is. It has, I don't know, I was thinking it was embroidered, but it's actually not embroidered. It's sort of just, maybe painted on with a little bit of glitter. What did I find out about this? It's called the Laguna Seca riding jacket, and the comps were fair to okay. So this is definitely one of the items where I might just make my money and a little bit extra. But I haven't tried this on, and I don't ride motorcycles. I think we've already ascertained that in a previous video. But I just think it's an adorable jacket, and I would wear this as just a jacket. Little pockets. Look at the back. I love it. But I am going to try and sell it, and I'm going to try to make a profit. But I will definitely not sell it at a loss because A, if it fits me, I would keep it before I did that. And B, the comps weren't like telling me that I was going to lose money on this item. This one, look at this. It's a little coat. I got this, actually I think I got all of these for opening bid, but the main reason why I wouldn't have gone higher on this is because it's a size 2, and we all know small sizes don't do that well. The brand is Plenty by Tracy Reese. They did not mention that. It just said Plenty coat, and it didn't really ring a bell, but when I saw that it was Plenty by Tracy Reese, I think I have heard that. But I just thought it was the cutest thing. And it's called the Elahnah. And there's actually a picture of it on shopyourtv.com, which I don't know if I should use it or not. Maybe you can help me with this, because it was a picture of a woman, and it was, the show was Good Luck Charlie, season 4, episode 17. And I have never heard of Good Luck Charlie. So I don't know if that's going to help me at all. And whether I should just ignore that information. I haven't looked up Good Luck Charlie, but I've never heard of it. Anyway, on Poshmark, the comps were like, they were selling it for $120. Oh, and by the way, a lot of them listed it as anthro. And then they have one in this size on eBay for $100. Oh, I know, the 120 was Poshmark Canada. So for us American dollar spenders, it's under 100. And then on Poshmark US, they had them from 98 to 120. And then there was a sold one in a size 4 for $130. And then I saw some others between 65 and 205. So I'm feeling optimistic about this one, other than the size. Kind of want to try it on. Trying to figure out if it's not buttoned properly. Actually, it's not even buttoned. It doesn't button, it snaps. So it looks like it has those toggle closure, but that's actually just a facade. So it's like that. Adorable. Love it. And this next one, I think this was a Canadian company, and that interested me. It was listed as, the brand is Noise, Noize, or if in fact it is Canadian, then why do I think it's Canadian? Let's see, does it say made in Canada? because then I got to spell it differently. I haven't looked these over. Oh, made in China, so, oh, designed in Canada. So we'll call it Noize, Noize. There you go. It is cruelty-free outerwear. This was listed as a vegan coat. Was it listed as a vegan coat? Something like that. And I will, like, I'm happy with vegan. When I first saw vegan leather, I was like, oh, we can give the cows a break. It looks great. But what I've discovered is it doesn't last. It peels very easily, especially like where the collar bends, you know, or edges. They peel. So I really am staying away from faux leather, like complete faux leather. If it's a you know, if it's an embellishment or something. But unless I found something amazing that I couldn't resist, I'm mostly staying away from it. I want to sell something that's going to last. But this is not leather. It's a, ooh, what size is this? Small. Oh, too bad. I was going to say, if this is my mom's size, she's going to New York and needs something warm. It's a coat. Not like it hit. Oh, actually, I think it'll hit around the knees. And then it has a hood, oh, which was detached. Ooh, this is so soft. This is a really nice coat. Oh my goodness. Quilted inside. Ah, another keeper for me if it doesn't sell for enough. What did I find out about this? I found out that this, it could go one of two ways. It could do really well, or it could do very badly. Or one of three ways, or it could do okay. It is the Crystal Winter Parka. I found a lot of Noize jackets and coats. And this particular one I found listed on eBay for $115. It was new, and they showed a Nordstrom Rack tag of $129.97. But I also found it on the Noize website for it said retail was $290, and it had been actually sold for $290 on the website. It's on sale on the website now. I did see some comps at $100. So I'm not sure what's going to happen with this, but seeing it, I am not actually regretting it because the vegan part is no feathers. So it's not down-filled. Faux fur, cruelty-free, and then in French. But I'm not regretting it because it's gorgeous. And then it's got the fur here, and oh my goodness. Oh, I love it. And I would be thrilled to wear this if I ever had a reason for it. And look, it's got a maple leaf on it. Okay, no regrets. Actually, I don't think I'm regretting any of this, even though some of them might not bring me a lot of money. I'm pretty happy. For this part of the video, I'm going to share some brands that I found while shopping online that I was not familiar with. I didn't end up buying them because the comps went too high. So, the first one I'm going to mention is Polene bags, Polene. So on the Polene website, they are actually like a bag and accessories company. And so this is what, this was founded in 2016 by 3 siblings. It's French. They create leather goods that combine minimalism and creative expression in order to offer unique and signature shapes achieved through excellent craftsmanship. The comps on Poshmark, and I didn't do like a super deep dive, but I looked at a bunch of them. The available listings start at about the mid 100s and go all the way up to, I saw one at $9.99. Whereas the solds also kind of seem to start in the mid 100s and then went up to about 400. So definitely one that you want to recognize the name if you see it while you're outsourcing. The next one is Church's men's shoes. The Church's story, according to, let me just tell you, their history spans centuries, paints a meaningful portrait of a brand that fully appreciates the value of tradition and how to keep us grounded while propelling us forward. Who writes this stuff? Much like any structure, heritage is built from the ground up, maintaining stability and strength by staying faithful to foundations, possessing an astute sense of the present and an unwavering focus on the future. And it starts in 1617 with a legacy is born, and that's where the church family tree started. But they actually started making things in 1873 in Northampton, which I assume is in the U.S. I don't know. I don't know where Northampton is, and it doesn't say. But yeah, that's where it started. So I found, actually I didn't write anything about it. I will say this. Oh, I remember now. So the cons, some of them were not great and some of them were better. It depends on, so I would guess it depends on condition and style. And then if you know what you have, and for example, I believe that two shops can sell the exact same thing and one could get, $20 for it, another can get $100 based on presentation. Like you could find the same article of clothing at Bergdorf Goodman or at some discount shop, and the shop has everything just thrown about, and then Bergdorf Goodman, you'll pay 10 times as much, and you're fine with that. Same with listing online. You can do a thorough description, you can give all the important information, you can have excellent pictures, or you can just throw it on the floor and take a few fuzzy photos and have no description, and the difference in what you're going to sell it for is in the way you presented it. So the churches did have some low ones, but I will say that the one auction that I was looking at, it hadn't ended. I don't remember how much longer it had, but it had already reached $90, and that's pretty high for an online auction like that. I don't even know where it ended. So the comps were all over the place on Poshmark. Just remember churches, and then do a search. If you're in a thrift store and you see it, don't just discount it, and don't necessarily just buy it, but look into it. And then finally, you may have heard of this, and I have not. It is called Jack Spade Waxware, and I didn't discover until I started researching it, and I don't know why it didn't occur to me, that it is a division. It is actually Kate Spade. So the waxware it's like a coated canvas. It's coated with a paraffin wax, making it water resistant, and it can often look like leather too. It sometimes will have a bit of a sheen, and their items, the Kate Spade items, say signature waxware from historic Haley Stevenson Mill in Dundee, UK. So they are apparently known as like the best production of that kind of stuff, waxware. And what I was looking at was a messenger bag, and the comps are for, if you just look up Jack Spade Waxware on Poshmark, some of the listing prices and the comps are great, and some are not so great. So again, it probably depends on the item. And so this is not exactly if you see it, buy it, but definitely take a moment to look at it. And it's the kind of thing I like to source. Like I would love to find a, really good quality waxware, messenger bag. Love messenger bags. The waxware jackets, they have a sort of outdoorsy, appeal, athletic, I like hiking stuff. I just like that kind of stuff. So that's definitely something, if I see it, I'm going to stop, and if the price is good, I would probably just buy it just because I would like to try it, but it's worth looking at. So that's everything I have for you today. As always, I appreciate your coming by and watching my videos. Please give it a thumbs up. That just makes me very happy. And if you haven't subscribed, just hit that subscribe button and the bell, and you will be notified when I release videos. And I will see you on the next one. Bye.